when I was a teenager, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but when I was a teenager, I was really, I immersed myself in the Spirit to a point to where I was told to do a fast, and I got close. I was going for the 40 days and 40 nights, 40 days and 40 nights, and I did 24 on straight water. And the enlightenment that you got through this showed me a lot. Okay, for a 17-year-old, that was way too much, let's put it that way, because it's a lot. And to be honest, from there, after I got that vision, I ran from it, because I was told at the end of it I would be a mother of all nations. Now, you say that to a 17-year-old, a mother of all nations, that you went to the flesh as opposed to spiritually.
That's going to be confusing.
That would be very confusing. I was like, I'm not doing that, and I literally ran for some years. So, fast forward till now, the understanding is my whole, or I should say the whole program, the whole process of what Dream Emotion is and what it does and who we're around. We are extremely diverse, which came to the understanding, children of all nations, all nationalities. There isn't a separation, because everyone also would ask us, is this for the African American, is this for the blah, 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 and I go, it's for everyone, and I have it seems like almost every child of every nation, and I didn't get that until, what if I had, then you go through the what ifs, what if I did that, then what if, but then no, I've grown through so many trials and tribulations. Let me tell you, I think we've all fallen, and we will continue to fall. We will never ever get there, but I had to go through a lot of different things in order to be prepared for what Dream Emotion is today, because it's a lot, and it's one of those things where you have to remove yourself from it in order for it to work. And that's the thing with most of us, and I had trouble with this early on, is it me, my thinking, or is it is it spirit? And I have to continue, always go back, and after a while I said, I'm not moving until you show me something, that it's you, that it's, and it really got to that, because you don't ever want to mess up.
I was raised Catholic, so in the Philippines everybody is Catholic. I talked to my sister last night, and she's praying, and when I go to bed at night, she's on her knees praying. That's how devoted she is. And I remember she used to tell me that she really needs to pray hard, because she feels responsible for my family. And that's true until you learn that lesson that was supposed to be in that situation. And I am very stubborn. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm really stubborn. So I learned everything the hard way. So things have been going on, and I'm still not hearing God's message. I don't know, somehow, because I wasn't ready. But this last year, remember I talked to you about on my show how these people, they're still doing the human thing.
Yes.
So and then this thing happened with my apartment. I had to leave, and when I needed help, nobody was there to help me, only one person. And this happened too when I got divorced in Dallas. I was going through a divorce. I thought I had a lot of friends. I did not have any. I had one friend who supported me. So that's why I left Dallas too. So this happened again. But this time I really heard his voice. I learned that I must trust him 100%. And being a single mom, I had a lot of worries, financially, everything. And I've been praying and praying and praying, but it's still, I'm still going through challenges. And then it came to me, I learned it from the scriptures that until you trust him 100%, meaning no more worries because he takes care of everything, that's when things started to happen. So I trusted him that God, take care of everything. I put everything into your hands. Please now use me in your work. So it started.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes, and and I changed the people that I surrounded myself with, and so I started hanging out with Toastmasters, and my life changed because Toastmasters, I would just want to say this again, Toastmasters is the most positive, most loving, and most supportive environment you could ever be in. So that's, in fact, Toastmasters is the one that catapulted me to where I am now with all these shows and,
that's good.
God's Word.
Yeah, it's precise.
So now things changed. I stopped going to church for a whole year. I did not step in a church. Not any kind of church, Catholic, Christian, or whatever. So I just read the Bible and got into myself, and
Professionally, about 19. I could sing about 2 or 3, and my first time actually singing with a choir, I was maybe about 8 or 9, and there was a song by James Cleveland, and nobody wanted to lead the song, so I stood up and I led the song, and that was the beginning.
Now, we've mentioned this before. You've loved music. You knew that was kind of your calling. Who else saw that gift, or who was the first one to see that gift and goes, something's different here. Something's different.
My brother Eric, he was the first one that noticed it. I was in the back of his car. I was 14, and Whitney Houston, "Saving All My Love for You" was in the background, and I was singing it. And he stopped it, and he rewinded it. He said, "Sing that again," and I sang it all the way through. And he was like, "Oh, okay." He said, "We got to do something like this." It took maybe about 4 years, but that would say that I was 19 at that time. And when that first album came out, Faith, Always, Truth and Honesty, and that lasted for about 9 years. And I did House of Blues for a year off of that album.
Wow.
And with this album, I did House of Blues for 3 years. So I was contracted with them for 3 years, and now that's over because God is moving forward on some other things.
Well, we already know He's taking you to a whole other place. I mean, the interesting thing is this, we all learn at a different pace, and when you start to see a God-given talent, and when you sing how it touches people's lives, and you had people come up to you throughout your life, especially from the start when you actually knew you were singing with more.
Kind of was brought up in the Catholic Church, got my confirmation, did all the things a good Catholic boy is supposed to do, but then somehow I went roller skating. Remember roller skating, 4 wheels on each foot, side by side, and I met this girl in the skating rink, and she invited me to her church, was a Nazarene church. So as a teenager, I belonged to the youth group in the Catholic Church and the youth group in the Nazarene Church, but I was pretty much involved for the wrong reasons. It was just to talk to the girls and have a good time and enjoy what was out there.
Yeah.
And the priest was good to me, and the pastor was good to me, and I had good times and thought I had a good relationship. I was always going to church. And much of my military life, I went to church off and on. I did not always have the supportive spouse. Well, I'm going to tell you, through a couple divorces and through retiring from the military, I was down. I lost it all. My wife at the time took every penny away from me and left me. I had nothing in the bank. So a date sticks in my mind, February 29th, 2008. Now, why February 29th stands out? Because that's a leap year. We don't get too many leap years in our life. Every 4 years if we're lucky. But February 29th, 2008, I checked into a homeless shelter. I checked into a homeless shelter in Santa Maria, California, and it's called the Good